I think you have heard of Taiwan's problem between the United States and China. But why, man? Why do the most powerful countries in the world want to get Taiwan? And is it possible for a third world war to happen in the future? First, Taiwan is a small island located in Asia next to China. In fact, Taiwan problem was complicated for a long time. Taiwan was under the Chinese rule until 1895 when China lost the war with Japan, which was a major power at that time. So Taiwan became under the Japanese rule until 1945, when Japan lost the World War II and was bombed with two atomic bombs, so Japan was at the bottom. But who was happy and singing and dancing? Yeah, it's China that can retrieve Taiwan again. In this period, China was ruled by a person named Chiang Kai-shek, who changed the name of China from the Kingdom of China to the Republic of China. When you see this bold, you maybe think he is a poor person who loved his country and his people. But in fact, this person was a dictator. Like when he was poor, he was killing 100 people just for fun, you know. So this man was without mercy, ruling the country with weapon and power. And because of his military rule and the injustice of his people, a war happened between him and the communist militias, which were supported by the Soviet Union. The communists give him a bad slap and he decides to escape to Taiwan Island. He and his military forces escaped with 1.5 million Chinese people who hate communism. He took the gold and the oil reserves and everything he could to Taiwan. I mean, this person has emptied the country of everything before Mao Zedong came, the president of the Chinese Communist Party, who changed the country name from the Republic of China to the People's Republic of China. Wow, man, this is very creative. So now we have two China, the Republic of China that led by Chiang Kai-shek, that known as Taiwan, and the People's Republic of China led by Mao Zedong, the Chinese accent, you know, and each of them claimed to be the real China. And there was a struggle for the international recognition. Every China wants the people and the world to admit that it's the original China. All Western and European countries admit the Republic of China, led by this man on Taiwan Island, as the original China. And the big part of China, no, it's just a bad and evil communist gangs, you know. At that time, the economy of Taiwan Island began to grow and Taiwan started to live in peace and comfort. But this will not continue because the Cold War happened between the United States and the Soviet Union. And the United States start thinking, you know what, I will choose the big China. So in 1971, the United Nations admit the People's Republic of China as the real China. After the death of the two rulers, Mao and Chiang, a new presidents come in and relations begin to open up a little between the two countries. Travel, visits, cooperation begin there, but after the relations between the two countries, a culture difference appeared between the two countries. And the people of Taiwan not considered themselves as Chinese, but they considered themselves as Taiwanese. And in 1992, China and Taiwan held a meeting in Hong Kong and they decide that there will be only one China, not two China. The big China thought, okay man, finally we solved this problem. But it was surprised that Taiwan turned into an independent country with its own flag and its own president. And the big problem is that turned into a democratic country. And you know, my man, that China is communist and communism always hates democracy. So, of course, this thing did not like China, which saw Taiwan as a rebellious Chinese city and should return under the Chinese rule. And China says if you don't accept with kindness, you will accept with force. And in 1995, China began sending military forces to the Fujian region that near Taiwan Island. China began launching missiles and preparing to invade Taiwan. But the United States come and stuck its nose in this war to protect its interests in the region and sent a huge forces from ships and aircraft carriers between Taiwan and China in a clear message to China: if you are a man, just come closer. Okay, sorry sir. But over time, the situation has changed and China has become a superpower in the world. China is now infiltrating Taiwan's airspace and conducting military exercises near the island. And who comes out on the basis that he is the protector of the lives of the poor and the human rights? Of course, the United States. As in 1995, the United States sent ships and military equipment between Taiwan and China. But this time, China did not say sorry sir, but it continued to violate Taiwan's airspace and continue with the exercises. In a clear message to America: we change, Uncle Sam. In the last 20 years, China has grown and has become a country with nuclear weapons. But the most important question, why the United States is defending Taiwan? I mean, of course there should be a reason, right? Why America get into a war for an island? First, as you know, China and the United States are enemies and no one likes the other. So, if the United States control of Taiwan Island, which is next to China, this will make it strategic location for the United States. But the most important reason is TSMC company in Taiwan. This company, you can say it's the most important company in the world. TSMC is manufactures electronic chips and semiconductors. And if you say it, man, what's that mean? This means all the electrons in the world. This company manufactures chips for Apple, Nvidia, Samsung, and every electronic company that you know. But the most important thing that these chips are used in the manufacture of weapons. So this means all advanced US weapons such as aircraft, tanks, missiles, and drones, and every modern piece used by the US Army is manufactured by TSMC. And the biggest problem is that TSMC has no alternative. So without TSMC chips, the American weapons arsenal is completely useless. This company is not only imported to America, but to the whole world. So imagine if China took control of this company and began to control it. So just imagine, okay? So if China entered to a war with Taiwan, will the United States intrude or just watch? Specifically, Taiwan has a defense agreement with the United States. And if there's a war between the most powerful countries in the world, the United States and China, what will happen in the world? And yeah, that's it, my man. If you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me in my Instagram, okay? And see you in the next video. Bye.